What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In this video here, we're going to be talking about the upcoming fusion, which is right behind me right now. You guys can see it on the screen. His name is Kroz Wallbreaker. So we're going to talk about his kit here and a bit of details that Plarium has shared with us. So let's jump right into it. All right, so this is from Plarium here. Hey folks, next Thursday, November 20th, we're planning to launch a champion fragment event for new champion Kroz Wallbreaker. So they mentioned it's a fragment event, which means it's probably going to be a fragment fusion. These are the ones where you can collect the fragments and then you can summon the champion later on. It's going to be an Ogryn tribe attack-based spirit affinity champion. Now let's see what Plarium has to say about this champion. No, we're not done showing love to the Ogryn tribes just yet. If you guys recall, they recently buffed Bellatar, so I guess that's what they're referring to here. Today we're introducing a new member with an explosive personality, Kroz Wallbreaker, a damage dealer built around the power of the bomb debuff. Our goal was to bring players a strong, accessible Ogryn damage dealer who can pull his weight in both arena and faction wars, especially for those who may not have a wide variety of champions in this faction. Kroz can place bomb debuffs on all enemies while boosting his own turn meter, then following up by reducing bomb timers and applying either an active skill cooldown increase or a stun, leaving enemies unable to retaliate. His passive fills allies' turn meters whenever a bomb detonates, and he gains a chance to take an extra turn whenever an enemy dies from a bomb. This makes him an excellent partner for other bomb champions, and even if his own explosives don't land the killing blow, your team will still benefit from every detonation. So we got a new bomb champion in the game, guys. I was curious, and then just looking for other bomb champions in the Ogryn tribes. We have only really War Mother. We don't have another bomb champion that I see. So yeah, working with other bomb champions, only War Mother here so far. But of course you can use from other factions and all that stuff, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, let's jump into his kit here. All right, so here is his full kit. So Spirit Affinity attack-based damage dealer, Kroz Wallbreaker. A1, Pulverizing Pummel. Attacks one enemy 3 times, so it's a triple hit, single target hit. Each hit has a 30% chance of decreasing the detonation countdown of all bomb debuffs on the target by 1 turn. That's pretty good, especially if they have multiple bomb debuffs already. Just doing the quick math here, the odds of reducing the detonation by 1 turn, so at least having this trigger once from the 3 hits on 30% is about 65%. So 2/3 of the time you will reduce the detonation time by 1 turn. And when he's fully booked, you get a 50% chance to decrease the detonation countdown by 1 turn. So on 3 hits, the chance of you decreasing it by 1 turn, so at least having it trigger once, is almost 90%. So once fully booked, this is almost a sure thing to at least reduce the cooldown by 1 turn. Or not cooldown, countdown, sorry, by 1 turn. And it also has a 50% chance when fully booked 3 times of landing a stun, which is almost 90% chance to land stun on the A1. Generally, I would say this is a pretty good A1. It's almost a guaranteed stun on a triple hit, which is good, obviously, for various areas. And then has a, detonation countdown reduction on the A1, which synergizes with his kit. I think it's overall pretty good A1. A2 here is Battlefield Sapper. 5-turn cooldown, books down to 4 turns, needs the books for 100% chance of landing 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns. Now he does have affinity issues here. He is Spirit Affinity, which means he's going to be weak against Magic Affinity to land these bombs. So that's a bit of a drawback here. Fills this champion's turn by 25% for each enemy with a bomb debuff. So if you're attacking a arena team, for example, and you're landing 2 bombs each, that's 8 bombs in total, which means he's going to get 200% turn meter if he lands every single bomb. You need accuracy to land the bombs here. And like I mentioned, affinity matters. But if you land all 8, that's 200% turn meter, which basically means he gets an extra turn. Now, Nishak has a very, very similar type of bomb ability. I just looked it up. Nishak also has a 5-turn, books down to 4-turn ability where he places 2 bombs on everybody as well, but he gets an extra turn right away. So there's no chance for him to not get an extra turn. Whereas for Kroz here, there is a small chance. There is a small chance. He needs to land 4 bombs to get 100% turn meter. That doesn't mean he gets an extra turn. But for Nishak, he gets an extra turn unconditionally. Nishak also deals more damage from his bombs, whose enemies' max HP is equal to or higher than 200,000 HP. And if that condition is met, then the bombs deal double damage, which is pretty cool against like bosses, right? So at least right now on paper, Nishak's bomb ability looks better than this Battlefield Sapper ability. First of all, you get the guaranteed extra turn, and then you get the additional bonus that it deals more damage against bosses, basically. But let's check out his A3 here. Mongonol Maul. 4-turn cooldown, books down to 3 turns, needs the books for 100% chance on an AoE attack to decrease the detonation countdown of all bombs by 1 turn. Also has a 100% chance of placing block active skills for 2 turns. Again, very comparable to Nishak Verminlord's A2. Nishak's Verminlord A2 is an attack AoE. It has a 100% chance of landing decrease attack. So here, obviously, block active skills is quite strong, but decrease attack is also very strong against bosses. Verminlord's A2 also increases the duration of poison debuffs, which synergizes with the rest of his kit as well. Whereas Kroz does not have that added benefit. Both of them are on a 3-turn cooldown as well. So just comparing them side by side, I can really see the similarities. But obviously, Kroz here, I think, is a little bit more focused on arena or PvP, whereas Nishak, with the poisons and the poison synergy and also the higher max HP double damage bombs condition, makes him way more better against general bosses as opposed to PvP, but he's still good in PvP as well. Let's check out the passive here from Kroz. Bomb Breacher. Fills all allies' turn meters by 5% each time a bomb debuff detonates. 5% is not huge. Multiple bombs going off usually means you probably win the fight. So the additional turn meter for your allies, probably not super necessary, but hey, it's a nice little bonus. Has a 20% chance of activating an instant turn effect on this champion whenever an ally or enemy is killed by a bomb. Now that's a nice little sweetener here. No cooldowns or anything like that. It's just passively going to go off. Now having, teammates or enemies die from bombs, it's not going to happen a lot. And if it happens, you probably win, especially if you're killing the enemy. And if for some reason your teammates died from bombs, but Kroz is alive, that could be interesting. That could mean that Kroz has a chance to kind of swing the fight around in your favor. That's possible. It's only a 20% chance, so it's not going to happen all the time, but it's a nice little extra, X factor intangible feature that he has that could be really, really strong. His aura, attack in all battles, that's solid. Obviously, boosting his own attack will make his bombs hit harder. Now, it's really cool to have more bomb options in this game, so hopefully Kroz here is actually, quite playable and quite good. Based on his kit here, it looks like a small downgrade from Nishak. Nishak works out really well, and I think the biggest thing about Nishak is that his A1 has the chance to land more bombs. But the thing here with Kroz is that his A1 decreases the detonation countdown of all bombs, meaning that most of the bombs will be basically used up or off the field, and then he has to kind of wait a little bit to get back to this 4-turn cooldown bomb ability. So I find Nishak maybe a little bit more reliable, especially with his guaranteed instant turn as opposed to turn meter fill. And Nishak will definitely deal more damage against bosses because he does bring poisons. So in that regard, Nishak is 100% better for PvE content, but Kroz's ability to block active skills is actually very, very strong, especially in PvP content. His A1, basically a guaranteed stun here, also very, very strong. And the additional team support here with the turn meter boost and the chance at the instant turn is actually also very strong as well. Not too sure. Obviously, I've seen what Nishak can do with high blessings. Nishak can solo Dragon. Nishak can solo Amius. Nishak is just an insane kind of PvE champion, especially with the right build, with the right blessing. I don't think Kroz is going to be that champion here for PvE, but for PvP, I think he definitely has a good case of being better than Nishak. Now, the affinity could be a good thing or a bad thing as well. I much prefer kind of the force affinity from Nishak, mainly because force being neutral and strong versus force and magic I feel is a bit more advantageous in PvP as opposed to spirit, which is weak to magic. And there's a lot of really strong magic affinity champions in PvP content. So I think the affinity here works against the Kroz here. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Kroz Wallbreaker here. Do you guys think his kit is a little bit too similar to Nishak Verminlord? Nishak Verminlord was, I believe, a Christmas fusion a couple years ago. I think at least 2-3 years ago. I think everybody loved him at the time when he was released. So we'll have to see how Kroz performs in the playtest. Obviously, bombs are going to be good against, some bosses like Bombo and stuff. So you can definitely use Kroz in that area as well. But we'll have to see how well he plays, mainly for the arena, I would think. Could this guy be helpful for newer or mid-game kind of progressing accounts? Not too sure. Not too sure right now. The good thing about bomb champions is that you just build them with attack and accuracy as opposed to needing crit rate, crit damage, and all that stuff. It also makes uses of, bad amulets, attack main stat amulets, so you can kind of find a use for it, or attack percentage gloves. You can definitely find a use for it for bomb champions. So maybe gearing them out is a little bit easier. They do require accuracy and obviously high accuracy in some cases, just to make sure that they land the bombs, of course. But we'll see. We'll see after the playtest how well he performs. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Kroz, the Wallbreaker here. I'm guessing most of you guys are looking for an excuse to take a break. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is a passable champion. He is a fragment fusion, so sometimes they're a little bit easier. So, and also they give you a little bit more value in the future because you can pull them during an event where you get some points. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate it as always. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.